Hey, today I'm going to do a quick comparison between the AGM and the Sportneer under desk bike pedal and show you everything you need to know about them, and also pros and cons of each and overall which one I prefer. So let's first start off with the assembly. They're both going to be a very similar assembly, so I'm going to just mention one difference between the two of them. So the Sportneer, in both of them, you basically just attach on the legs, and it has all the tools that you need in the bag and doesn't take very long. It's pretty easy. The hardest part is the pedals. So attaching the pedals is a little bit more difficult, and you have to use like the wrench and the actual or I would say 2 wrenches to actually adjust it and get it in place. So it's a little bit harder to do, but one of the key differences between the two of them is the fact that the Sportneer has a nut that goes on this side, which makes it a lot more stable with the pedal, whereas the AGM is missing that. It does not have that on there, and I think that's a downside to it. Makes it a little bit more wobbly. I'm gonna kind of show that in a demonstration later on. Now they both come with these non-slip pads that go underneath, and they also come with these straps that you can attach. So I have it attached for the AGM to the chair, but you can also attach it to your desk and just help it keep in place, and it just goes underneath there, and you could tighten it as well. I don't have it set up for this one, but I'm gonna just show you how they actually work and the things that they do. So it cycles through different things. So it has the time, distance, count, total count, and the calories. And the count is just the amount of time to spin it. So let's go ahead and start with this one. Actually, first, something that I use and I recommend is just getting a little bit of weight that you can put to the bottom at the leg. So these are just some ankle weights that I have, and I just basically place this there, and it gives it a little bit more stability. You can tighten the tension on both of these right there as well, just by spinning it to the right. And I also just use them mostly without shoes, just because it's kind of hard to get your feet in with shoes on. So I think eventually I'll just remove the straps altogether. That way I can use it without. This one is very smooth cycle. I tighten the tension quite a bit, so it's a little bit harder to pedal, but that's what I want. And whenever you start using it, it'll continue where you left off. So you can see the time and all that is just from before. Now if you want to reset that, you just hold this down for about 5 seconds and it'll reset it. So then you can just start again. So if you want to reset it every single time, you can just go ahead and do that. So this one is very smooth, and we're going to show it against the AGM. So let's go ahead and move the ankle weights over here. And this chair that I'm sitting on is also a little bit higher up, which I think makes it better. So this cycles through the same things, and off the bat you can see and probably hear how much more wobbly it is. And like I said, I think it's the main reason is the pedals not having that, because I think that makes it more secure. So if it did have that, I would say they're both very, very solid, very, very good. But because of that, that brings this one down a lot for me. I think they're both great options though, but I think I'd have to choose the Sportneer over this one. But overall, you can't go wrong with either.